Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Psyche, and welcome to an afternoon stream, guys. Today I came out of school a little bit early. This year I have a really nice schedule where I get out of school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like 11:15. So figured why not do an afternoon stream with you guys here. You guys may or may not be able to tell. I experimented with my hair again, and it's messed up. What are you gonna do about it, though? All right, guys. We're gonna be doing some rank match today. Regular top survivor rank on the main account this time, so I am actually somewhere on the leaderboard somewhere. I don't know where. I'm ready for a 9 losses session. Let's pray to God that doesn't happen. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Who's we got here today? We got Esther, Crimson. We probably got a lot of new people here today. Or like at least people who don't usually come to the evening sessions, because Europe is like, what time is it in Europe? Like 2 a.m. when I usually stream, so I think it's evening over there right now, so it should be much better for the European viewers. Hello, Psyche, this is my first time watching one of your streams. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for coming here, Mew Mew. Just now was talking about it too, like, probably got a lot of few people here. Few? A lot of few? That makes a whole lot of sense, Psyche. But yeah. Okay, we cannot perform in this operation. Fine. Fine, I'll cancel matchmaking. Now we're gonna go back. You happy? You happy, man? Alright, here we go. Sucky, I'm in class? That's a big L moment. Not Sucky streaming at 3 a.m. And then there's the Asia people. Now the Asia people are like, why is Sucky streaming at 3 a.m.? Yo, who is that? Oh, I don't know that person. Papa Sucre. It's 11 a.m. Sounds about... Yeah, that's US time. Yeah, I was gonna say, why does the room look so much bigger? Because the names weren't showing up. It's 7 p.m., yes. That must be in Europe. I like how everyone's just giving their different times and no one's mentioning where they live. Yeah, it's just this time over here and this time over there. Like, Psyche, why are you streaming at 3 a.m.? Oh, yes, like, it's 7 p.m. Psyche, what are you talking about? It's 11 a.m. right now. Hold up, bro. My thing is stuck. Okay, good. Okay, it's fine now. We all good. We're good. Everybody, we're good. It's all under control. Alright. I don't really know what we're playing. We got the average survivor team right here. Prospector, prisoner. And then there's like that one person that's like trying to go a okay survivor. I'm sorry, you're British. British. Yo, Dade, if you're British. I'm not new here. I'm just always asleep when you're live. Australia struggles. Yikes, Australia on top of that? Dang. You're like living on a whole nother planet right now. Man, I'm telling you guys, Australia just may as well be on another planet. I'm not convinced you live on Earth if you live in Australia. Everything that lives on Australia is not from Earth. That's for sure. That's all I know. 7 p.m. is UK time, 8 p.m. for most of rest of Europe. Makes sense, makes sense. I mean, I don't know what else to say except makes sense, but... Time is just made up anyway. Time doesn't exist. Alright. We got a cipher here. We gonna get some, hopefully some spicy dubskis here today. We got a cipher over there being worked on, a cipher on middle. I don't know why cipher middle is being worked on. But anyway, if anyone should work on that, it's gonna be me, but I'm not gonna do middle when this one's closer. Hey Psyche, how are you? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. Just came back from school not too long ago. Having a good day. Thanks so much, Zaina, for asking. 36%. Yo, I have American politics today. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I always end up with, dupes. That's not how you spell dubskis. Alright. And no, not dupskos. Get that out of your head, Marv. Get that out of your freaking head. Alright. Well, Prospector's dead. I didn't even see him get injured. I mean, I don't think it was a terror shock. Maybe it was. Let's get this D? Yes, let's get this D. Makes perfect sense. Let's get this D. I don't know why I'm walking so late to the chair. We're probably not even gonna make it anymore. Because I'm low IQ today. Today I just have a low IQ. Alright, we're coming though. We're coming. We got you, buddy. We're coming. We got like 10 seconds left on that chair. About 10 seconds left. That's really bad. Now I don't have time. Oh, thank God she's going back under. Okay, no, now she's making things complicated. Oh, that's alright. If we waited any more, I'm pretty sure we would not get before half. So it's perfectly alright. Obviously you should go a little bit sooner just to prevent that from happening, but I'm in my own dimension right now. You guys will know what to do, right? Go to the chair sooner. I think we'll get healed up, and we're not going to go for a second rescue this match. At least for this prospector, we're not going to go for a second. Why did you use the watch early? Because you get the a 10% speed bonus for the watch. Even if you don't hit the hunter with the watch, meaning that you don't get any tide turner effect if you don't use the watch within range of the hunter. You also don't have your image delayed. It might seem stupid to not use your watch next to the hunter, but we use it there for the 10% movement speed. You do get movement speed still. Even if you don't hit the hunter with your watch, you do still get the movement speed. It's like he's in the Australia dimension. Okay, hopefully she breaks that and doesn't go after me. Alright. Well, I was hoping not to waste my watch. Oh, she's just swinging at air. That's good for us. Alright, we got her again with the watch. That's actually good. We need to get her again with the watch. Otherwise we won't have a delayed image. This watch won't have the delayed image, but it will still give us the 10% speed bonus. So the way First Officer works, long story short, is the way he works is when he uses his watch, a circle forms around him. If the hunter is within that circle, then the First Officer gets his buffs from his watch. Those buffs being that your image is delayed by 1 second, you also get the 10% movement speed, and you also have tide turner active in case you get hit. But on the other hand, if you don't hit the hunter with the watch, you can still hit them with the second or third time, the second or third shake with the watch, and get those same debuffs on the hunter. Or I guess buffs for yourself, if you think about it like that. You always by default, you always get 10% increased movement speed. By default, okay, we actually can't go for the rescue anymore. Because she's just gonna dash. Problem is, she's just gonna dash on me now. Okay, thankfully we survived. It felt like no matter what we do there, we die, honestly. Okay, nice. That didn't work out for her. If I drop that pallet, she's for sure dashing over and hitting me. So I feel like the best form of action there is to not even drop the pallet at that point. Just see what she wants to do, and then go from there. And thankfully, she did not get a very good dash off because we were not dropping a pallet. We might be able to pop the cipher. We did cancel that dash because we have a butterfly on us, so that's good. She thinks that cipher's prime, but it's not. Or I don't even know what she's thinking. Not a whole lot we could do about that. I checked her face as soon as possible and it still wasn't fast enough. But we will be able to get the cipher done here, which is the good news. But yeah, the way First Officer works is he shakes his watch 3 times, and each time he shakes it, he puts a debuff on the hunter for 10 seconds, if the hunter's within range of the circle. If they're not within range of the circle, you can still try again with your next shake. But every single time you shake the watch, the range of the watch gets smaller and smaller, which makes it's supposed to be like that, so it's harder and harder to get the debuff on the hunter for 30 seconds straight. That's the idea with that. If you don't hit the hunter with your watch within the, I didn't mean to ping that, within the 10, 6 meters, the second and third time, your image is not going to get delayed, you're not going to have tide turner, but you'll still get the 10% movement speed, so it's kind of weird. There's also this thing with the watch where if you get hit the same time you use the watch, there will be no tide turner, even though hunter is obviously within range. If they're hitting you, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's a Blood Queen mirror. Blood Queen is like the one hunter in this game where you can use your watch. It has a 32 meter range the first time, and you could still not hit the hunter, which means you won't get tide turner. So if you're ever trying to go for gate and you're getting hit by a Blood Queen mirror, just beware. Oh, I forgot. I should have been doing this game, but I'm over here like thinking about a teleport. I guess if I'm waiting for a teleport, that's also a good thing to do. Problem is, she should probably be the one waiting for teleport, and I should be the one doing the gate for 2 reasons. First of all, she still has her ability left. I don't have any abilities left. So it makes her more safe to be farther away from the gate. And in the case where the gate gets teleported on, I'm the one getting chased. I'll have very long chair time. So we did that wrong. Plus I decode the gate faster on top of that. I did that the wrong way. Alright. I guess we'll start the next match. What trait does she have? She had excitement. I don't know if she switched. I don't think she switched. I don't remember anything switching. But she had excitement. I pounced on her, then she used excitement. I guess she thought I was gonna vault the window or vault the pallet that I just dropped on her. I was actually just gonna go for the rescue. Thing is, the moment she used her excitement, now I'm actually not gonna be able to make it to the chair because she's gonna be able to dash to the chair before I can make it. Which is why I didn't go for the rescue at all at that point. That could have seriously lost us the game if we were to go down there. Even without going for the chair, the fact I didn't go down there after the excitement was a miracle. That's exactly what we needed to win tie that match. Without that mistake, I'm pretty sure, without that mistake from the hunter, I'm pretty sure that we actually would have lost that game. Because then I would be on the ground, Hunter could easily go after the antiquarian, which is trying to go to rescue while I was kiting, and it wouldn't have worked out. We wouldn't have been able to do the cipher then. She wouldn't have ever left the chair because she knows I'm knocked down, so she knows I can't do the cipher anyway. There's like so many reasons why it's so good that I didn't go down there. Less pressure on the chair, less pressure on our survivor rescuing, more pressure on the cipher, forced her to let go of her target. Honestly, it's amazing we didn't die there. Hello, Bikey. What's up, Princess Basta? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Would you consider getting good with Antiquarian in a future stream? I remember you saying she's a good survivor, but you haven't played her enough. That is true. She's a good survivor. I personally don't play her because Blood Queen, and she's a really good support character, but in terms of 1v1 kiting, I don't really like her in 1v1 kiting. I feel like there's just other survivors who do the 1v1 kiting job less risky, more efficiently, doesn't depend on obstacles being around. It's always nice to have those survivor abilities that could just be used whenever, wherever. Like the Magician. The Magician Wand is kind of, Magician Wand is really hitting on the edge there, but Perfume is a better example. Gravekeeper Shovel, Seer Owl, those are all great examples. Acrobat Balls, these are all really good abilities that you can just use anywhere, anytime, in pretty much almost any area, and they'll at least give you distance. If not further debuffs on top of that. I believe we'll go Magician. Why not? Let's go Magician. It's been a while. Hi, Seki. What's up, Ellie? Welcome to the stream. I see you here, man. How you doing? Seki, are you fine with us asking about your opinions on certain characters? Of course. That's why I'm here. I actually like it when you guys ask me stuff about characters. I never get asked enough about that. I like talking about the game and hearing people care about this game. Like, what's a good character? What would be good to play? I like it when people care about that stuff. Because you don't see any of that in an AEU. You never do. You just have people go freaking prisoner. Psyche, will you do a toy merchant stream? If I ever learn the catapult spots, sure. But right now, the only ones I know it are on hospital. And then I don't know. Does ever sleeping really count if all it does is jump over the graveyard wall? I don't. Oh, you're actually coming for me? Okay, well I just ran right into her. That's really annoying. I was just gonna go do the cipher immediately. I don't know who she just reported, but it wasn't me. I heard her record something. I guess it was me. Okay, she's recording herself, breaking that pallet. So we do have to keep that in mind. She does have a pallet breaking, but she doesn't have a window vault recording. So we were just kind of free to abuse these windows. Also, I messed up the illusion, so thank God she didn't even hit me there. I think, you know what? Let's do this right here. There we go. It doesn't block the door, but that wasn't my intention. The intention was just to fool her around, mess her up. Fool her around. We fooling around, boys. Okay, she won't expect this window. She already knows our route from earlier. She probably assumed we were already going to use the same window. She's still assuming. She's probably going to blink there. I'm not going to go behind that wall, just in case. Just in case. May as well, right? I don't know if we got that body block. We didn't. I don't think we did, at least. She's got a window vault recording, but it's really not going to do anything. She could use one here, maybe, if she wants to. But she's not even going to my surprise. She does still have a pallet breaking recording. We do have to keep that in mind. She does still have a pallet breaking. I literally just walked in front of that. Okay, my bad. That's literally just my bad. Alright, so now at this point, our goal this game is to just stall out the blink now. She's probably going to blink right here, so we have to get by a pallet. Okay, she's not going to blink. If she doesn't use her blink, that's also fine, but we're just trying to stall it out right now. Maybe make her swing there? Maybe make her swing here? She's not going to use her blink, but it's alright. It's alright if she doesn't use her blink. Because we did a really good kite, and this blink is not going to do her anything for the rest of this match. She is going to switch, which is going to be good for her. But she basically started off with a trait that got her no value this whole game. She basically started this game with no trait, if she didn't use her blink at all. So as long as we don't keep getting the same ciphers blocked, and we have people get off in time, we'll be fine. But that little girl did not get off in time. That's okay. That's an okay rescue. It's not great. A part of me feels like I could have ran towards factory and she would have no idea, but it's a lot. It's very risky is the problem. Okay, we have to watch out here. We need a pallet stun. Dang, she's just going for dry hits. Okay. All right. She has a. She still has those recordings again. Dang, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this, guys. That was a very good kite, and we're still probably not even gonna win this. Still, it's very frustrating. Hopefully that Gravekeeper could body block or something. As long as he could body block or something, we can definitely get to a window and get like a boost or something. But using pallets is really bad against Clerk. Using pallets is generally not the way to go. How do you feel towards weaker survivors or hunters? I main Emily and Lucino, both which are weak but strong when you know how to use them. The problem with those characters is that when you go against hunters that are really, really good, even if you know how to use them, they're not that great. And I don't mean to sound mean, but there's a reason you never see those characters used. It would be so nice if this guy like body blocked this doorway. Yes, he's doing that. In fact, she might go around here. Okay, she's not. She's trying to walk through, and she actually thinks she can walk through. That's really good. Assuming, okay, let's go back to the Gardener and the Lucino thing. Hunter, alright, I'll give it to you for a Hunter. Hunter, it's a little bit easier to pull off-meta Hunters than it is off-meta Survivors. Both off-meta Survivors, they're a lot harder to pull off. Because the Hunters nowadays are so good that you need very specific Survivor abilities to deal with them. Hunter abilities, on the other end, are very flexible, and they all have their advantages and disadvantages. Some have way more advantages than others. But I will admit there's some things Lizard can do that Sculptor cannot. On the other hand, when you look at an S-tier survivor, there is nothing Gardener can do that another S-tier survivor can't also do. Sorry, there's nothing Gardener can do that another S-tier also can't do. That's the problem with low-tier survivors. That those survivors, they're very easy to just use a different survivor and just do way better with, just because there's another survivor that does the same thing but better. In Gardener's case, Gardener's idea of kiting is to use multiple hits. Basically, the idea of having more than 2 health points to survive. That's the idea of Gardener. But the thing is, there's so many other survivors that also do that just do that way better. There's Seer, there's Perfumer, there's Gravekeeper, there is, are those the only 3 that take multiple hits to kill? I'm not really counting Mercenary, because he technically does die in 2 hits. You just have to wait. I I guess those are the only survivors. Psychologist, kind of, not really, but goes with the theme, right? Those kinds of survivors are very similar to Gardener, but just have the same purpose. And when you're up against something like Sculptor, Dream Witch, anything like that, you need your abilities to be good as often as possible. The better your ability, the more opportunity you'll get to use it. And on top of that, when you do use it, you don't want it to just run out on you or be crappy. Barmaid, if you get the Dovlin off, it's situational, because it depends on there being no blink. It depends on you also just already being in a nice kiting area, because for the next 19 seconds, you're going to have to dry kite. Besides the speed bottle, which, don't get me wrong, that's a big help to Barmaid, but the speed bottle alone is not going to be enough. You also need a good area to go with it. Or at least use it to get to a good area. Something like that. Something along those lines. Oh no, I don't feel like reading this. Not during stream. You have the happy birthday accessory? That's really rare. Yes! Nobody notices it! The same one that you can use on Clown and Gardener. No one notices that. That was first year anniversary. It is a limited item. Maybe people do notice it, but just don't say anything. They're also on useless characters. I wish you could wear that on every survivor. Because then I would wear it on pretty much almost every survivor. Unless there's a really, really cool accessory. Unless there's a really, really cool accessory for like a survivor that really matches with their other items. Then I would always go with the S tier accessory, just so my chair is always balloon themed. It would be really cool. I wish, man. But yeah. Hi Seki and hi chat, finally caught a stream. What's up, Mono? Welcome. Welcome. So glad to have you here. So glad you guys come here to watch the stream. It means a lot to me. As for what character we're gonna play, I don't know. The nice thing about Magician is especially good because people are using Clerk. And Magician just completely counters the recording. Every time she records you, you just use your illusion. And there's nothing they can do. The recording disappears off of you, and you could just vault, drop whatever you wanted to. And that's just like basic. We're not even talking about mind gaming, using illusion body blocks. Well, since it's Clerk, you want to try to not do that as much against specifically Clerk, because you're gonna get typically more value off of wasting their abilities. Because in the long run, you also want to get rid of their ability when you use your ability. That's the idea with Magician, with Perfumer, with Seer, all these characters that take multiple hits to kill, or at least leave other bodies on the field. Like Mechanic I guess Mechanic can be the same idea. In that case, if you use the also body block, you have multiple bodies to take hits. Magician has multiple bodies to take hits. Hitting on multiple bodies, that's a different story on the other. But anyway. Yeah. Again, specifically Clerk, you would try to want to save your illusions for their abilities specifically. You see, this makes no sense. Last game, this makes absolutely no sense, guys. Last game, oh, when you do this, it doesn't close the game. It doesn't like pause the game anymore. That's so nice. That's nice. It doesn't freeze anymore. All right. Anyway, yo, what was it talking about? Dude, I forgot what I was talking about. Hold up, someone wrote a big paragraph. I gotta read that. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Why did the last game the Clerk go after the Acrobat in a worse area and choose to go after Magician, which arguably has a better ability against Clerk, and is in a way better area on top of that? That made no sense to me. Like, why would you go after Magician in Factory? I mean, it's hard to say. What's better, Acrobat against Clerk or Magician? I suppose with Acrobat, you can jump over any windows, and he also had a bunch of windows, so anytime he gets reported, he just uses the balls. It's also pretty bad, I guess, in that specific area. That Clerk would probably get her butt kicked. Plus, he's gonna have a fourth ball. Anyway, what you said is not mean, it's true, but winning with weaker survivors hunters just feels more rewarding when you win / tie with them. Yeah, especially. I get that. It's so much fun playing Thief. I know Thief is not the best, but like it's fun, and like the fact that there are ways to use him ever since his buff. It's not that he's even that great. I'll be honest here. Alright, I'll be honest. I don't actually think Thief is ever going to be viable. Now, did they finally fix the issues that I've been complaining about for years? Yes, they did. And I'm really happy about that. So I feel like, hey, they finally fixed the issues I had such a big problem with it. Like, why not? Why not play with Thief? May as well, right? You know? And it's true. It's absolutely true. That buff that finally made it so Uncurse can't moonwalk you, it was a big help. It was a huge help to Thief. Just so you can't get moonwalk, just so your Fasha can actually do something. Besides them just moonwalking you, then you're just dying, so. I see what you mean with the off-mana characters. I totally get that. You wish there were more chair-changing accessories in general? There would. I wish there would. I wish there would be, but it's probably for the better that there isn't, because then it would kind of be like, oh, it's just another chair-changing accessory. Part of what makes the birthday accessory so special, or like the bonbon accessory, the one from the Persona event, I think it was Persona 5, I think. Part of what makes that so special, or was it Danganronpa? Whatever the bear accessory was from. Part of what makes those accessories so cool is that they're the only two accessories. Well, technically there's a third. The DM accessory from like 3 years ago changes the chair for photographer. You could only get it in that $300 package. Why did no one tell me Psyche was streaming? Well, I don't know, man. It's just a way of the Okay, well, I totally should not have survived there, but anyway, we live in a society. She tried to hit me. What? That is so stupid. This is what I mean by buggy Geisha. This is ridiculous. By like how buggy Geisha is, this is exactly what I mean. Dang, really? Really? You really thought I was gonna drop that on you the second time? This Geisha is very questionable, but anyway. It's not a big deal. We're still gonna have the ciphers primed here. Actually, no, we won't. We won't, actually. That does make a difference. Oh, we have another cipher? Dang! I got greedy there. I should've just went for the window, but like... If I went for the window, well then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get dashed on. That's what's gonna happen. Dang, why would she go for that? Last 2 times she didn't do that. That's a gray rescue. No, it's not actually gonna be a gray rescue because of the... Okay, good thing she didn't drop there. Please, at least before half. At least. Okay. At least before half, so if we get chaired, we won't just die immediately. Is she going for the gate? If she's going for the gate, it's not like I can really go backwards at this point either. Honestly, if I try going backwards away from the gate, it's probably just going to end up killing me. There's the teleport. Hopefully she doesn't check on the chair again. That would be really smart of her to check on the chair. If she commits to that prisoner, then she's making a big mistake. Because we know for a fact we're getting this rescue off. She knows that. There's no way we don't get this rescue off, ever. So since she already located the prisoner, why not just check around the corner? Just to see where the magician is. You know, that's the last survivor who could possibly prevent this game from being a win for her. Really, all she needs to do is find where both of us are, and then she's good, but she only found prisoner, so the fact she committed to him so early was actually a mistake. We are going to be able to get the tie here, though, it looks like. This gate is going to be almost done. It should be practically finished, right? It's going to be finished here. Nice, nice, nice. Another tie. I think last game was a win. Honestly, I'm surprised we tied that match. That match was kind of awful. I played awful. Someone else kind of died pretty early. That was not the worst thing in the world, though. The perfume, the BM perfume. Hey Psyche, this is my first stream. I physically am on. Welcome to the stream, Machu. So glad to have you guys here. Yeah, we're doing afternoon today, so I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of people joining in the streams live for the first time. Welcome all you guys. New haircut? No, not a new haircut. I tried doing something with my hair, but dude, I'm trying to recreate the old hair that I had, but I can't make it straight. It just like curves. It curves somewhere it curves, like either at the bottom or in the middle or something like that, or at the top. It's a nightmare. Perfume carry the match, exactly. Perfume is what saved us. Toy Merchant getting that perfume at the start of the match, that's what really did it for us. That's what really did it in. That's what really got us that time. But yeah. You know it's bad when people ask you if you got a new haircut when you didn't actually get a haircut. You just decided to bother doing something to your hair. That's the thing. Either people know you never do anything with your hair, or they assume that your messy hair is just part of your style and you purposefully make it like that. Which one is it? Which one is it? You'll never know. Nah, it's because I never do anything with it. If I never do anything with it, every day is like a slightly different hairstyle. Some days it'll be completely flat. Some days I'll look like bald over here because all my hair is off to the side except in like one spot. Other days it'll be up. It'll be like perfectly up, as if like it's as if I put it hair products in it. It's as if I did that. I didn't, and it still happens. Like sometimes I'd be waking up. My hair is just conveniently all straight. Like, how? I don't know. It just happens. But if I don't do anything with it, then it just kind of does its own thing. Seki, who's your favorite writer? My favorite writer? I never read books anymore, but I can tell you a few of my favorite books. This one book, I'll give you an example of a book I read in class. It's very rare that because back in elementary school we had to read books, novels or whatever they were every month. Every so often when we finish a book, we would get a new book to read and we would do assignments about that book, right? That's what our reading class would be about. It was called reading, or like, because it's kind of complicated. We had back then it was a lot more basic. Nowadays my siblings' elementary school that I went to, they have like weird stuff, like they have engineering, like these weird names for stuff that used to just be called science. Science, language arts, it's clerk. Science, language arts, reading and math, social studies, like there's just these basic names. I don't know what happens to that, but anyway. Oh, where was I going with this? My favorite writer. So this one book that I read was called The Giver. And it was a really cool book. I really liked it. I won't spoil the ending. I don't even remember the ending that much, really. The ending was kind of a cliffhanger. But anyway, the whole book was about living in this perfect society where nothing ever goes wrong and people are only happy. No one knows about the tragedies about the world or anything. They don't even know colors exist. Their lives are just totally bland. There's no feeling at all, no emotion at all. They're just happy. Just they exist, right? And once they become like 13 or 14 or like 18 years old, something like that, these kids get a job decided for them by the government. And the story, we actually can't, I mean, we could go for this rescue. I don't think I will. Something tells me she's running Berserker, and she's gonna Berserker so fast that we're not even gonna make it to the chair. Okay, there we go. Predicted that. That was really nice. Okay, but anyway. Okay, she's rescuing. I don't even know if she's rescuing or like what. No one's pinging anything. Right, and these kids, like, it was about this story about this one boy who was assigned the role. I forgot what the exact name was. The role wasn't called the Giver. It's just, I forgot what he was called. Like the Vault Keeper, like the safe guy. Basically, one person, while everyone else is living this like a perfect life where nothing ever goes wrong, there is this one person who's in charge of keeping the memories of everything. Every single bad thing, good thing, happy thing, stuff that makes you happy, smell, taste, senses, anything. There's this one guy who's in charge of all of that. Just to have the memories saved somewhere. While everyone else doesn't have any of those memories. They don't have any senses, they don't have smell, taste, they can't see colors. They don't know about war or anything like that. But this one guy does know, and he's like this super old guy. And he's getting old, he's gonna die, so what does the government do? The government assigns a new kid the job of being the holder, right? And of these memories. And over the course of the book, the Giver, that's what his name was. I guess that's what like the guy in the main character decided to name him, because he gives him all these memories. And when he gives him these memories, he loses those memories himself, the Giver. So that way only one person can only hold them. And so the main character literally experiences these memories, and it's really nice seeing all that happy stuff that we just take for granted. We don't even know is like such a nice thing to have. But then also shows them the tragic stuff that like gets you to understand why they have the world the way it is. And I don't know. Books like that that make you really think about the world. Just like the type of books that I like reading. I don't like reading non-fiction, history, realistic fiction, anything that has to do with like the real world. I don't care. Because I feel like the whole point of like entertainment in the world is to get away from real life. If you read a book, I feel like that book should be used to get away from the real life. Unless you want to learn about real life. Then there's an exception there as well. But like, I play video games to get away from real life. I read books that are not about nonfiction to get away from real life. Real life sucks. A lot of times it sucks. But where am I going with this? I really don't want to do an early rescue. I should have just stayed by that pallet if she's going to come after me. Well, unless she has exactly blink here, we'll still make it. If she had blink there, she would have like blinked off the edge. It would have been tragic. Okay. Just to make her swing, I don't want her to kill me. Because I might still have to rescue. Just that little bit of swing. You never know. It could buy our survivor some time. You never know. Ooh, that server's getting blocked now. Dang. Okay. IDV also sucks. Maybe, but like I've come a long way with Identity 5. Like Identity 5 isn't just a game anymore. People say, "Oh, it's just a game. It's just a game." For starters, why are you playing it if it's just a game? The whole point of the game is to do what you want in it. If people want to be serious in a game, let them be serious about the game. Oh no! I didn't see her. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I literally look up at the screen. I'm not paying attention to where the hunter is. Now we just lose. At least we'll have a pallet boost here. Never mind. I just looked away from the screen. I just saw a red light and I just used the illusion because I didn't know where she was. That's unfortunate. It would have been really hard, granted, to still pull off that rescue. That was a late pop anyway. We wouldn't be able to do the rescue anyway. Berserker plus Clerk. She recovers so insanely quickly that if you don't get an instant pop, you're not making that rescue anyway. But yeah. Just like books like that like it really just make you think like, wow, never thought about something like that way before. And that's... I don't remember who actually wrote that book. The whole question was who's my favorite writer. I don't have an answer for you. I can only give you books that I like. If you want to know my real opinion, like besides like whoever is the writer, the real truth is I really don't care who the writer is. The same way I don't care who the actor is in a movie. I have absolutely no care in the world who the actor or anything is in any movie or whatever. I just like them for their character. I like the character that they show, not because I like the actor, but because I like the character. Someone has to play the character at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, if someone has to play the character, then really I don't care as much about the actor. I just want the if I like the character, and obviously like people have to portray the character correctly at the end of the day too, but really I care more about the character, not the actor. So do I really care who the writer is? Not really, but he made a great story. We still have a Palbus. I was about to say like, as long she doesn't like pick up this pallet, but no, she broke it. I didn't even think about that. She just broke it. I was like thinking if she picks it up, maybe I'll at least try to go for a stun. Nope, no stun either. But yeah, there's this other book. That's like my favorite like single book. My favorite series that I've read was Percy Jackson. Ever since Percy came out in the game, it always reminds me of that book, Percy Jackson. The first book was called The Lightning Thief, and Percy's sword literally becomes like lightning. Like it becomes blue. I don't know why it's blue. I just assume it's electricity. Lightning is electricity. Percy really reminds me of Percy Jackson, kind of. Just because of the name and like the electric, but that was my favorite book series to read. I like that book series so much. That was not part of a school. I just picked it up randomly and I'm like, holy crap, this is a really cool book. I'm like, I've never felt like ever wanting to read a book before this badly, so I'm like, there has to be more. This can't be the end, right? And thankfully that wasn't the first book, thankfully wasn't the last. So I read the second book. I found it in like the library, my classroom library. But then like after the third or second book, there were no more of it. So I was like searching online, there's still more books to read. I'm like, I asked my friend about it. My friend's like, yo, I have those copies of the books. He's like, I was like, you do? Yo, hand them over. I want to read them. So he lent me the books, and I read them all. I think I took a little bit longer, on one of the last books, The Last Olympian, I think it was called. How ironic, but anyway. Everyone obsessed with Percy Jackson at some point, let's be real. It's a really cool story. I like it. Seki, what do you think of a rescuer that pauses chair timer? It's interesting. Interesting. Do I think it's a really good idea? I don't know. It seems a little bit. What's the word for it? I'm trying to think of the word. Too like controlling. What's the word? Oppressive. It feels a little bit too oppressive, the fact that there's a rescuer that can do that. Because then, like, there's, like, questions that need to be answered. Like, can they just do this whenever? How often can they do this? Like, is it part of their ability? Is it just one of their external traits that's just activated whenever? Do they have control over it? Do they have to be close to the chair? Did I already say close to the chair? But anyway, I don't know how you would do that. I don't know if it would even be good, because it kind of goes against the idea of the game as well. It's supposed to be a chair timer. It's supposed to be urgent. And anyway, a good rescuer should be able to know how to make it on time. Be punctual, to say the least. I don't know if he's chasing someone or like what's going on, but like he's checking an area where the cipher is locked. So unless he thinks I was hiding there waiting for the cipher to unlock, then he's not going to find anyone there. So yes, okay, there we go. So Enchantress finally pinged. That she is getting chased. It's really annoying when people don't ping. And you guys like might be wondering why. Why does it matter for me to know where she's cutting as long as she's not cutting by me? It matters because I don't know if I'm just still searching for a target. And as Seer, I'm a very good target for Ripper. I'm, of course, I would say probably these other survivors, like maybe Prospector's a little bit better for Ripper, but I'm one of the better survivors to chase for this Ripper, because I'm on the weaker end of the Kiter spectrum. And so I don't want to be one of those survivors to just go down quickly because I didn't start off in a good area. In this area, on this cipher, I have to get off the cipher ahead of time if I want to do a good kite for my team. And as Seer, I'm not going to be able to do that. Well, like I could, But she has to dodge. Well, does she have to dodge the Foggy Blade? She did dodge it. I'll send the owl here. She just has to go for like a basic hit. There we go. I really wish she just ran straight to cabin after she dodged the Foggy Blade and just trusted I give her the owl. Because now she might not make it to cabin anymore. And cabin, she really needs that cabin palette against Ripper. It's really helpful to have. The windows there are going to be really nice. If she has window boost, it's going to be really helpful against Ripper as well. But look, I guess she made it because she's surviving here. Unless he's just missing his Foggy Blades. But anyway. There we go. She got another stun off. Really good work from this Enchantress. We're getting some really good survivors today. This Enchantress is doing a great job. I think the last game before that, we also had a pretty good kite. I forgot who it was. No, last game was Clerk. Last game was just awful. Never mind. The game before that, someone did a good kite, like the other game we won. I don't remember what it was anymore, but anyway. We should be able to win this game. We're on track to winning right now. Wow, whoa. That's Cypher 73? Holy crap, they have so much progress on it. I guess it's because I had to walk to my Cypher. My Cypher was locked. I also tried to avoid the Hunter there, not knowing that someone was already getting chased. It's probably not going to matter that my Cypher's behind. Generally, the way this game works is as long as you start the two Cyphers, Tide Turner plus Chair Time will be more than enough. Like, look at this. We're already 60% and this is just the first Tide Turner. That was a perfect rescue. Waited until the last second. Has Tide Turner, so now Tide Turner is going to buy 20 seconds. As long as you start the last two Cyphers, even if they're both 0%, if the person just got chaired when you're at 0%, then that's really good. You're in a really good spot as survivors. Because you guys are definitely going to live. What's it called? Not live. Man, we're in a lot of trouble here because this palette is broken. And we can't even do this Cypher. We're going to have to use this crappy palette. It's so sad. Okay. He just went for a regular basic hit there. That's alright. Basically, now that we have this palette... Oh, that's not a good pop, though. You know what? It's actually not that bad. No, I could get Mind Game here, though. I have to be really careful here. Okay. No! Why did I get a slow vault? That's my bad. That's my bad. I got a slow vault. Messed up. Basically what happened there is I didn't run enough. I thought I ran forward enough. But I did not, unfortunately. So we got a slow vault. I would have really liked it if they waited there first, because that really is not a comfortable area against Ripper. Even with full health, even though I can take a Foggy Blade, you have to be so careful to not get Mind Game. And in that situation, I literally saw him. It's just got a slow vault. You could still see Ripper slightly. When he's invisible, you can see his outline just barely. If you look really carefully. You might have to play on high quality, though. I'm not sure. To be able to see the outline. It's really weird because Ripper has this like wavy effect. When Ripper's invisible, he has this weird wavy effect that makes it so that you can kind of see him, but not really. But yeah, that was really good. When are you playing for Call of Abyss, Psyche? I don't know. Whenever the qualifiers is, we don't know when the qualifiers is gonna be yet. I assume it's gonna be late February. Because we're waiting until January 30th to just for the devs to find out who's able to go, who's like old enough to go to participate. Before they can set up any brackets, they have to figure out which teams are able to play. Because they don't want to put a top 8 team in that is not even allowed to play, according to their rules. So first they're making sure all the rules are good, and then they're going to release the bracket. But until we get a bracket, there's no clue of when we're going to play. But we will be playing for Call of Abyss. I'll be playing Infusion. You look like someone who'd like Percy Jackson. That's funny. I wonder like what makes me look like that. I have the entire series of books? Dang. Well, anyway, I read the whole series, the 5 books. I think there's only 5 books. There was like a different series that wasn't about Percy Jackson anymore, but I didn't read it at that point. I would have liked to, but it was like, I think this was like 8th grade already. Maybe it was 7th grade. So, graduation was soon upon us. Psyche, will you play on Stinky today? Probably not. I'm gonna say probably not. I think it's not like NetEase don't care about the community. The problem is that most of the players are low tier, so you don't really have to care about the competitive players. Yes, exactly. There's not enough competition. There's not enough interest. When you guys go watch, I don't know if you guys have ever watched gameplay of like the Identity 5 leagues. They're called IDV leagues. There's like China has their own league, Japan has their own league. They're literally being paid to play 24/7. Which is insane to me. They have sponsors. Call of Abyss is a bonus to these players because they're already getting money from playing seasonally. And I'm not talking about the in-game seasons. I'm talking about like you know how sports leagues have their own leagues. You know how a bunch of teams compete against each other in like this bracket, and like not a bracket system. It's like they're all competing against each other to like get the most wins, and then like there's this leaderboard system. Like Premier League, I think, does that system. I'm not sure. It's a Naiad. If it's a Naiad, then we don't want to stay at Corner House. Alright, that was really good. I kind of had to do a risky illusion like that. I don't think there was another option, really. The other option kind of sucks, honestly. Ooh, that's really bad. This isn't in water, though, so we'll be fine here. I'm very tempted to just... Ooh. No, don't take water! Oh my god. We're at 98. She's really, man? Do not lasso me. If you lasso me, it's gonna be to a terrible area. Okay. Now he could lasso me. Now would be a good time. Okay, she actually has a portal there. No! She guessed correctly this time. Nah, dang. Oh. Oh well. I really wanted to go for the portal, because we're gonna die if we just keep going straight. Dang. Okay. That wasn't a very good kite. Psyche, will you ever do a Hunter stream again? They're really fun to watch. I don't know. The problem is, I'm not a high-tier Hunter, so, it's just a bunch of low-tier players, you know? I don't know, if you think it's fun, yeah, that's cool. In that case, I'll make more, but... I don't know, I never thought it was that great, honestly. It's so stupid. This Terror Shock nonsense. Okay. Okay, that is really annoying. The fact that I got water on me for half a second. I'm actually gonna die here now. That is really unfortunate. That's what happened there. That's really sucks. I go through the portal and she makes an immediate water pull on me. I didn't even get a chance to do anything. Unfortunately, we have Cowboy. Cowboy's gonna still take a hit is the problem. Flywheel didn't do anything there. He may as well have saved that flywheel at that point. Honestly, I really wish we didn't have a Cowboy so then we could at least get a tie still. Because, dude, there's no way. It's not possible. Cowboy, look how far we crawled. We're still not going to make it. This is how bad Cowboy is. If we had, like, a 4 there, a batter, it would actually make sense, but... Oh, well. Can Hunter see Magician's footprints when he uses the illusion? Yes, they can. It's just not all of them actually pay attention to the footprints. I'm pretty sure his lasso is okay. Unfortunately, I'm a guy here, so okay. Well, it looks like I should not have trusted him. Dang. At least we'll have time for another match now, is the only good thing about this. But I really should have done a better kite. That was really awful kite. Everything about that was so bad. I was too hesitant, honestly. I was too hesitant. When she used the second harpoon, I shouldn't have, like, tried going for the pallet and then expected her to keep going after me. I should have known she's going to try to turn around. I should have just kept going in one direction. That way we would have prevented a lot more water on us. And we never would have had the problem of her just going on me and then me having 98% water. And then taking a hit that way, we'd at least force out another harpoon from her. Besides her just walking around me, because then she still can set up another harpoon. I really screwed up big time there. Man. Really good. At least that flywheel was really good. That was a really good flywheel that time. He missed the pallet. Alright. I'm gonna leave the match now so we can actually get another match. As of January 24th, I'm no longer running flywheel. Was that you, Scabula? I don't even know. The one time I'm on Psyche stream, hey Psyche, what's up random guy 5 years ago? Welcome to the stream. Psyche, what's a survivor that you can't use? You mean like a survivor I can't use well? I mean, really, I could use anything, really. I've played every single one of these survivors at least 10 times. At least 10 times. The one survivor that I can't use, and is gonna be really hard to use for like forever, is like, I don't know, like, I guess I can use forward. Am I good at forward? No, but I know how to use them. I don't know, that's hard to say because for me, you can't just know how to use a character. You can't just know how to use it. That's not good enough. You need to know how to use it well. And in that case, I could say that for like half the characters that I don't know how to use them like super, super well. It's either Prospector or like Toy Merchant or something like that. Toy Merchant, though, you could literally set up a catapult literally by your cipher, and you know, if all else fails, if you keep failing your cool catapult setups, then you could always just do that. And that also buys a lot of time. Really, really easy to do. Doesn't require any skill at all. I would probably say Prospector. That's probably the one. Seki, I'm practicing Smiley. Wish me luck. Good luck on playing Clown. I do not recommend it at all. It's the vibe Psyche? Okay, whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. The handling of the community, the way they price their stuff, the tone deafness, how hypocritical and arbitrary their statements are. I mean, there's a reason I don't read anything about any statements from them. I specifically don't read anything from them. Is this the same cowboy from last match? I know it's the same first officer. We can actually check if this is him. Let's see. No, it's not him. Okay, well anyway, let's go for one more magician match. Seki, will you play Composer again? I don't know. He just kind of become this forgotten survivor because, like, don't get me wrong, he's cool, but now that area selection is a thing, I'm not gonna go decoders. Like, unless I want to get chased. And like, yeah, that would be great to get chased, but here's the thing, as a decoder, you should not be playing decoder to get chased. If you're playing a decoder, your job is to purposely avoid the hunter, so that you can help your team where you actually were supposed to help them in, not kiting. Like, yeah, as cool as it is, it's not your job. Your job is supposed to hide and then decode. Area selection makes that impossible on some maps. At least stuff like Hospital, there's no way the hunter's gonna come after you in Hospital, at least. But like, that's Hospital though. That's just Hospital. What about the other 7 maps? Like, yeah, Chinatown is alright, but then outside of the hotel, where else are you gonna go as a decoder? It's just not a good idea to pick decoders, because you're usually gonna get chased. So what's the point of picking a fast decoding character? In that case, there's no point, because you're not decoding anymore. Which is why I don't really go decoders anymore, unless I want to get chased. No way I caught Psyche stream? Yo, how you doing? Why couldn't I move my screen there? Anyway, how you doing? Random Japanese named person? Welcome to the stream! How you doing, my man? So nice to see you, dude. Where's the harpoon? Okay, the harpoon's over there. Okay, good. Just good to know. To be fair, hospital's pretty broken loop. Exactly. And it's not, at that point, it's not even really the survivor. It is kind of the survivor. You need to know how to use hospital, and like it kind of depends on the hunter, the situation, on your abilities even. Like some survivor abilities work better in hospital than others, so you might want to leave just to get better value out of your ability, or maybe you want to. You do have a good ability, but you need to use it in a specific spot in hospital. There's skill involved in some places, but really, even a decoder can just dry kite there with literally no abilities. So. Composer would definitely survive. Composer's abilities can be used just literally anywhere. Like it's insane how good that of a boost that is. Like it's basically a window vault wherever you want. In other words, that's how good the boost is. Imagine if there was an ability in this game that every so often you could just click on it to get a gigantic boost for for like 4 seconds. It would be busted. That would be ridiculous. Window boosts are so good, but the biggest disadvantage is that it assumes that there's a window by you. And it also assumes that the hunter is not just waiting on the other side of the window, so that you can actually vault it and get the boost without getting hit. Blink? No. Okay. Let's go back doing this cipher. Dude, you know what my question is? Composer died outside of hospital, but this pallet is still here. Why am I still seeing pallets here when you died after leaving hospital? I don't know, man. Psyche, what's your favorite map while kiting hospital? Hospital, absolutely. Literally, the moment you reach hospital, you can do a 3-cipher kite as almost any survivor. Sometimes if you're playing something like Mind's Eye, then you might need a little bit extra distance because you're taking extra time dropping every pallet or vaulting every window. But really, once you make it, usually you're good from there. Hospital's got to be my favorite. And it's not just hospital itself. The areas around hospital are so insanely good to use. They're so satisfying to use on top of that. Like when you drop a pallet, they try going around it, but there's another one also next to you. So as long as you don't think to yourself, oh, I have to vault this pallet, and you actually realize, oh, instead of vaulting this pallet, I could just use a different pallet and completely avoid that problem entirely. Then that's what hospital teaches you. It teaches you, this is where I first learned that I don't have to get in a vaulting mind game every single time I'm in this situation. Right here is a common example. This is a perfect example. You drop this pallet, they go around, maybe they're on this side, and they come over here, then you finally drop the pallet, so then you go around. Well, guess what? You still have this pallet on the other side. So instead of trying to vault it and trying to get a boost out of it, you could just drop the other pallet. Why would you use that other pallet? Because now the hunter's coming at you from an angle where now the second pallet is really hard to go around. Yeah, the first one they could go around it very easily. Now that you dropped it, now they're going around it very easily. Well, what about the second pallet? Now the second pallet, because it's at a 90-degree angle to the first pallet, makes it a very good pallet by that logic. So, it's really nice. Wow, this is all uncovered in water. Please swing. Thank you! I'm pretty much praying she swings. That's literally how that works. Dodge the water, maybe? There's no way. Yo! Oh my gosh, she messed up! She messed up! Dang, she blinked. Okay, that means she has no trait now, though. And as long as First Officer has a watch, he'll be able to rescue me for free here. I got mind game so hard at hospital. Trying to mind game the hunter. I would actually recommend not trying to mind game in hospital. Though the thing about hospital is the route is literally right there in front of you most times. Every once in a while, you guys will see me like, oh, since I have the space, I may as well like walk around this hole instead of jumping down the hole. But I only do that if I have tons and tons of space. That was actually not a great time to pop, because now I'm just cornered here. This is literally like worst case scenario. How do you even get out of this situation? I have to like hide. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hide. We're gonna make her think we're inside of shed. And we're gonna reverse psychology her. She might also think we're still at ruins, because we're giving her tinnitus still. But I really don't have a good answer here on what to do. Okay, that sucks. Just wanted to see. I think this is the same Naiad, so I just want to see if they're gonna swing backwards again. Because they might. She probably has a dash. This is probably not gonna work. Dungeon isn't even there. We're gonna have to go for a hospital, and hopefully we get a miracle kite at hospital. Really? I actually don't know how long the charge attack of Night lasts. I don't know how long it lasts. If I knew how long it lasted, I probably wouldn't have let that happen to me. That's a really cheeky hit. No one uses Night charge attack, that's why. Dang. That's a terrible way to end the session, too. That was a really bad time to pop that game. Pop that cipher. I feel like instead of that guy telling him to pop early, he should let me choose when to pop. Like, if I can get up, I would prefer to get up, then get knocked down, then do the rescue. Instead of, like, me getting up and I'm still trapped in a corner. Because that didn't solve anything. It's really annoying. Join just in time for its end. It's really annoying, though. Someone pinged me in the server. I don't know how to check pings on computer. Fellas, is it gay to watch Psyche? What the hell, bro? What the heck? Psyche? Cool. Nice. Well, guys, that'll be all for this stream today. Thank you all so much for joining along. I do have a Discord server in the description. You guys want to join that. Hopefully the link still works. I don't know if it still does. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this afternoon stream. May as well update the record. Wow. And it was going so well, too. With that being said, guys, thank you all so much for joining along this stream. I will see you all later, guys. Take care. This has been Psyche. Peace.